BT23 has been released a few weeks ago, and we can already see some regional results with Hudiemon flooding the entire meta. But now, as of today making this video, DCGO has been updated to also contain BT23. As the first game, we've got Jasmon with the new BT23 Huckmon. This Huckmon is really nice because it can search a Royal Knights card and a Systemon or Huckmon in its name, I believe. We're just gonna do a simple one, like go Godsumon Raising, Mirai, draw 2 cards and go for a champion. Angemon is one of the best because it has barrier, so we can always get the when attacking of the Digi-Egg and also the when attacking of the inherited, with the, what's it called? The rookie level Digimon. You can always play out another rookie or level play cost 5 champion, which is pretty good. Our opponent goes for some standard Jasmon setup, like they need a few cards in hand and in trash if they want to play out some Systemon. We're gonna trade the Mirai for what's her called? Dude, Erika. And also I turned off the automatic effects, which are pretty important because you also always want to draw a card first and then play out something with the inherited of the Hudiemon rookies. So yeah, after our check, we are going to get the Angemon back in rotation, back into our hand and play out a Tentomon into the Raising, which is pretty nice. Okay. Digimon can always reduce 1 memory, and we're also going to get 1 memory with Erika, so let's see what we can do right here. We're gonna get another Tamer with the Mirai, which is going to be Keisuke. With Hidden Potential, we've got the ability to go into Hudiemon for 0, which is, well, I don't have to tell you how insane that is. We're gonna go with the Terriermon. Terriermon Digivolve into Angemon. DNA Digivolving into Shakumon, and now here's the funny part. We've got the Hudiemon level 3, which can play out something with the when attacking, and also the Lobmon, the Terriermon inherited, which can put the Shakumon down to get the when attacking again. Hudiemon, because obviously after the DNA Digivolution, it is a new Digimon, so let's see what we can do with 2 checks. Unfortunately, we would be deleted, or let's actually say fortunately, because we can use Barrier to protect the stack and also play out something from sources, because both Barrier and the Shakumon inherited are interruptive, so that means they're both triggered and we can use both of them. Keisuke is going to bounce the Seedramon, play out a Ryuji. Ryuji is gonna give us immunity from DP-, and also some interaction on the opponent's turn, because we get Reboot Blocker and we've got Komatama in hand. Next up, we're gonna bounce the Angemon to put a, what's it called, Warmon into the Raising. I'm lost of words today. And also the Warmon is pretty good at this point, because we've got a Hudiemon in the trash, so we can Digivolve for 2 at the start of main phase in the next turn. So he's gonna go in with his entire play. He's got the Savior Huckmon, which can Digivolve at the end of turn. He also got the Digivolve Systemon. He's going to evolve into Jasmon for free, Digivolving our Hudiemon. Next up, they had another CL. I cannot suspend, so he played around Ryuji and the Comet Hammer, which is kind of insane. But we've got full setup in Raising, and I think he cannot out the Tentomon, so he goes in for 3 checks. That's an Erika. Doesn't actually matter what is going to be checked here. A Betamon, and the last card is an Angemon. Alright, we are... Okay, he's going to surrender. Well, we had everything. We could go into Hudi for 2. I think we could also go into 2 different Hoodies, because we got 1 in hand and 1 in trash, so we can Digivolve the Warman into 1 Hoodie and Digivolve the other Erika into another Hoodie. Anyways, we will start pretty simple again with a champion and Raising, and our opponent again Jasmon. There was a lot of Jasmon on release. Jasmon is one of the fan favorite decks. So let's go into the security again, drawing a card and playing out a Godsumon to search for some more. If we can find an Erika, that would be pretty nice to get some tempo. We cannot find an Erika. Well, that's unfortunate. We have to use Barrier as well. Let's see how well we can get away from this. Chitose is going to play out the Ankulamon. Minus 2k. Oh, that's nasty. Okay. We can DNA Digivolve with the on-play even, and force him to attack. Now the funny part here is if he moves out, we can block the system attack and give minus 3k to something else, which will be the Huckmon. Let's see. He actually moves out for the memory. Makes sense, because we also want to get the memory and to draw. But unfortunately, we can give minus DP. That's a pretty huge mistake. And he's got nothing else. He has to play another Huckmon, searching the top cards, go into Bauhack, and that's turn pass. Yeah, let's see how we can out this Bauhack. because I am not too sure if we can do something insanely smoothly. Obviously, playing the Hudiemon for 7 could also always be something that we could do, but I'm not the biggest fan of that. So let's go for the Gotsumon. Gotsumon is going to grab a Seedramon and a Mirei. We cannot use the Shakumon all turns, unfortunately. Let's see what we can do. We are going to grab back the Gotsumon, play out an Erika, and actually do nothing. Well, I think just a single bow hug without anything else shouldn't be that much of a problem. Let's see if we can find something that matters. So the Systemon Blanc is kind of nice. Let's see if he has the Savior Hug in hand to actually Digivolve. If he has the Savior Hug, he can do a lot of stuff. He has the Savior Hug. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. Spending him to go to the Jesmon. Okay, Jesmon's gonna play out another Systemon or a token. It's gonna be a token. Attacking. Going into Alliance, 2 checks, and I think that's just it. Okay, he can play another Systemon and go for another Alliance, I believe, yes. Also stunning our Shakumon, so Shakumon is not going to do that much next turn. Let's see. 3 checks, no Tamer, well, happens. And also Digivolving into Jesmon X, virtually doing nothing, I believe, because we are at... well, still within the attack, so he cannot, or, well, he's suspended, so he can't do another attack. The timing was a bit off, because we attacked through an effect, and DCGO was kind of, well, weird with those kind of effects. Let's give minus 9,000 with the Hudiemon, giving another -3 with the Cheetos, I believe. Yes, outing the Jesmon, so that's our first big target. Let's see if we bounce a Tamer, bouncing a Tamer, and playing out a Tamer again for another minus 9k. We play out the Cheetos again to have some more board state, more Digimon on the board. Always nice. Playing out the Angemon for some nice unplayed draw ability. We don't want to DNA yet. Let's play out a play cost 5 Hudiemon, which is going to be Betamon. Betamon is going to grab a bag from trash. A Warmon, yeah, Warmon for the raising. If we don't finish this turn, we can set up something really nasty in raising. So, the new Cheetos is gonna give -3k to the Systemon Blanc. Oh, there's a option card. I don't know if that matters a lot. If we had a Pale Dramon, that would be kind of nice. But I believe we can't read in A with the Angemon, or has it? I think the Angemon has been played out by the effect of the inherited rookies. So, no, actually, it wasn't by that. It was played by DG, also right. So let's force this guy to attack, and that's it. 1. Well, pretty smooth. Let's see how the next goes. We've got, well, a medium hand. Let's mulligan that. I remember that one because this is a brick. Yeah. So Hudiemon, if it bricks, it's pretty nice. Let's see. The thing is, it's turn 1. How many people are going to out a Hudiemon on turn 1? I don't know. So that's the best thing we can do with this hand. You could also argue just play the Erika by itself, or only play the Ankylamon for 5. But I believe Hudiemon has much more impact. So our opponent is playing CS, just the BT23 CS, which is kind of strong, but he didn't remove this guy, so we're gonna go in for some more draw. Nothing too good. 2 checks with 12k, immediately checked by a Mastermon. Well, okay, so it's CS Mustang. Let's see what we can do. Grabbing back the Angemon to do nothing. It's, again, pretty rough spot. Let's see what we can do here. Our opponent is just going to do standard CS stuff. Going to Rise Greymon, not playing out any Tamers, that's weird. Yeah, we've got... Okay, so here's the power play. Playing out the Hudiemon allows us to play out the Ankylamon on play. -6, -2. The -TP don't really matter yet, but the -2 matter a lot. And on play we can also DNA Digivolve. And D-Digivolve. So with that, we force the attack, D-Digivolve him, and with that we have more DP. What I didn't take into consideration is that he has Barrier inherited because of the new Angemon. Well, that's not good. That's all. Like, it's really, really bad for us, actually. So Alphamon is going to give -5. He cannot unsuspend, so maybe we can survive. And we can actually survive. Yeah, he's got nothing else to follow up this play. So he's gonna go with the map. weird how he didn't use the main effect to put it under and Digivolve into another level 6, but he might not have another level 6. So we get minus DP protection, so we can't be actually minus DP. With that and Common Hammer in our hand, we can just block Digivolve this Alphamon by 4 and then block. I mean, we're already blocking, right? But we've got more DP and he doesn't have barrier anymore if we Digivolve them. So let's get down to Hagurumon, 5k DP, get him out of here. Next up, he is setting up the Raising again. Okay, that's pretty nice. Neat. Setting up a Palmon, that's not too good, honest. And giving Sec Attack -2. Spoiler, he's going to forget that I have Sec Attack -2, but whatever. Go into Hudiemon, we've got some memory, right? Play out an Angemon, Angemon going to draw a card. Also give -DP with the Hudiemon, obviously. Go in for Alliance 2 checks. Let's see what we can draw here. We also bounce the Yuji to play out a Mirai. Let's see if we can find something to play out with the Inherited of the Hudiemon. And, well, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Playing out the Seedramon. Seedramon will be used for the Alliance and also draw another card. Really neat. Angemon on play draw a card, Seedramon when used with Alliance draw a card. 2 checks with 12k. This time there is no Mastermon. We just do 2 checks without barrier even. Kind of brave. Go into the Shakumon and he forgot that we have security -2. Because we couldn't finish. We could just sit on the Shakumon. Okay, so we even played through the break. I don't know, he just couldn't out our body, unfortunately, because he didn't have another level 6. It's a pretty hard thing to actually see the payoff of your deck, right? While you also want to have a lot of low bottom end Digimon to actually facilitate all of your plays. So let's see what we can do. This Angemon. Angemon again going to go in for a draw and use barrier. And because we have the all BT22 CS Wookie, we can put under, draw another card, play out a CS Tamer, which is really strong. And to get even more board presence, let's drop into Hudiemon. Hudiemon is going to play out a Keisuke. Give a -DP to the Hakmon because the Hakmon is like worth 3 memory, so that's a pretty good exchange if we can also get a Tamer and the deletion with the Hudiemon Digivolution. Bouncing back the Tentomon and putting it into Raising is a pretty safe call. Doesn't actually really matter what he is going to set up right here. Also, weird decision to move out the Hakmon. The Hakmon is definitely going to be deleted by the what's it called? Hudiemon. Okay, Hudiemon is going to play out something. I believe the Ryuji. Yes, Ryuji also give -DP reduction, reduction protection. And we are, well, looking kind of nice again. We don't have that much consistency cards in our hands, so we just play out the Tentomon and try to go in with Alliance 2 checks on that guy, 10k. Yeah, that's not enough. If we had a level 4, that would have been a little bit better. Let's just play out everything we got in our hand, bounce back the Tentomon and play the Tentomon. I think that's the best we can do. I mean, our opponent doesn't have anything on board and not the best setup, I believe. So he's just going to set up a little bit more, Digivolve and Raising, and go for the old Hakumon. Okay. So we go to 5 memory because we have memory setter and 2 start of mains, which allows us to go into another Hudiemon. Hudiemon, gonna play out the Angemon, draw a card, Alliance, and we've got 2 Keisuke, so this is going to be 14k. No, even more, 16k, sorry. Usually with 1 Keisuke it's 14k, 2 Keisuke it's 16k. Bouncing one of the Keisukes to even play out a Betamon. Betamon grabbing back something from Trash. Crashing one of our emergency Venusmon if things go south. But we should be really fine here. He can play out this Systemon, which is kind of cute, but we've got too much memory. Paledramon is going to allow us to go into even more checks. And that's just game. Okay, pretty chill. What else we can? So this is a different matchup. Royal Base is pretty cool. I really enjoy playing Royal Base myself because Royal Base has the ability to be so efficient, play Protoform, play the Royal Base option. Yeah, we're just gonna go with a rookie, not a champion in Raising, because we unfortunately didn't draw any. Doesn't matter, we can Digivolve next turn, possibly, and also we've got the Mirai for some memory efficient plays and also more consistency, so pretty nice start, honestly. Chitose, gonna play out a Godsmon to search something nice. Well, we couldn't find an Angemon, but Hudiemon is also kind of... Hudiemon for 3 chokes him at 1 and also plays for some board presence. We'll play out the Erika and give 10 million minus CP. Bouncing back. Godsmon playing the Tentomon or the Terriermon. It's gonna be Tentomon to maybe facilitate a pretty cheap DNA play on our turn if the Hudiemon sticks. Hudiemon could be DD-evolved by the Cannon Beamon. Cannon Beamon can DD-evolve for every face-up security card, which is 1 right now. More than enough to deal us the 4 memory that is the cost for Hudiemon. He's gonna go in for Waspmon, play out the Fae. Fae is gonna allow the Digivolution Vespermon and a check. Maybe he doesn't have Cannon Beamon and maybe he miscounted the play cost deletion that Vespermon facilitates. But yeah, it wasn't enough to actually out the Hudiemon. And we can just pretty easily give minus 2,000, minus 3,000 with the Chitose on attack. Or rather just draw a card and then go for Chitose, minus 3k, and once we bounce the Tamer and play something out, that should be minus, or even minus 9k if we... Now it's the question, what are we going to bounce to use the on-play? It's going to be Chitose, obviously, yes, place for some more board presence, getting out the Chitose again. He can recover with Pro Form, well, okay, that's going to delay the inevitable. Playing out is Seadramon for the Alliance, draw 1. 2 checks with 12,000. We could possibly survive that. Nope, there is a Tiger Vespermon Ace. One of the best cards in the deck. We are gonna go in for the Ankylamon. Ankylamon is gonna play out an Godsmon that can not Digivolve and will be deleted at the end of our opponent's turn. Another Tiger Vespermon Ace. Okay, so maybe we didn't even have to delete the Vespermon before attacking because he didn't have an Ace in hand anyways. Okay, bounce back the Godsmon that we played out with the Inherited, setting up another Chitose. Chitose playing out the Godsmon again to get some more search. What a nice loop, and they forfeit. Okay. Last game. It's Hudiemon, and we've got Hudiemon. Who's playing Hudiemon? Gabumon deck, maybe a blue hybrid deck. Let's see what we can do. We've got a rookie and a champion, so you know what we're going to do. Digivolve the champion on top. We don't have the best target for the Inherited of the Hudiemon level 3, but let's see. They're gonna grab a Lobomon and it's actually blue hybrid. Uko into Uko is kind of a nice play. That's a little bit expensive with the with the digital gate open, but it's a nice card anyway. Mirai is gonna trash the Hudiemon as a setup because we've got a Warmon in hand and an Erika, so we've got full circle Hudi Devolution. We don't even need to use the barrier. With the Erika, we can also grab back the Warmon, put Warmon back in Raising, and next turn we've got a Hudiemon for 2. Hudiemon for 2 is one of the strongest things. This deck is insanely busted. He's grabbing a 3rd Ukomon and searching top 6 of his deck. That's pretty insane. Now here's the mistake, he's evolving into Uko. Now he doesn't have a blue color and can't use Digital Gate Open, which means he has to he needs to play the Tamer for its cost, giving us the turn. He's choking us at 1, yes, but the Warmon is insane. Before we do any Warmon shenanigans, we're gonna go Chitose. Chitose play the Ankylamon, take care of one of the Ukomons. Don't DNA Digivolve, because we want to take with the Angemon first. Well, put down the Erika and the Hudiemon that we set up with the Mirai last turn. Gonna take out the other Ukomon, so he's got much less tempo right now. When taking Angemon, draw 1 card, also Godsmon play out something. We're gonna play out the Tentomon just for the bolts, I guess. Let's see, there's another Tamer. It seems like we could be able to close this game out right here. Yeah, just bouncing the Chitose is gonna allow us to play out something with the on play again, which is gonna be Tentomon. I don't know why we didn't use Chitose, maybe because the game is over. Let's see, double alliance because of the Inherited of Erika, and Hudiemon himself, itself, 19k to 3 checks, and go into Shakumon for game. So, Hudiemon is busted. Hudiemon is insanely busted. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you don't have to run into that many Hudiemons on local scale. I know last local we had like 17 players and only one of them was Hudiemon. So pretty chill. Anyways, I hope you love the new decks. Let me know down below in the comments what deck you want to play in BT23 with DCGO being updated. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.